Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Eastleigh save, and today we will be taking on Crew, who are sitting in 8th place. We are in 6th, fighting for the playoffs. We've got a game in hand over Coventry, and we are on 3 points above Crew and Coventry. So we've got a bit of an advantage. If we can beat Crew today, that would be massive, gives us a massive leeway, and gives us a bit of hope going into getting the playoffs. It would be a fantastic result to get the playoffs from where we started, having only just been promoted. Now, transfers wise, I don't think there's any transfers I need to update you on. I'm pretty sure there isn't anything, so I'm going to leave it there. Maybe Josiah Linton has left since then. I can't remember if I showed you that, I'll be honest, and I'm not going to go back to check. I could probably work it out, actually, because we played Man City. So, yeah, you wouldn't have seen that. But there you go. Following our Man City loss, which was unfortunate, but a good amount of money brought in from the FA Cup, we lost to Plymouth, who were very low down in the league, which wasn't good. We then played Rotherham and Coventry, getting some wins, but conceding a lot of goals. Then it was Liverpool under-23s in the quarterfinal of the Papa John's Trophy. A bit of a naff run, really, because it's Liverpool under-23s, so they obviously played a few of their stronger players in that as well to give them fitness. We haven't performed great, to be honest. A 1-1 draw against Sunderland was next, and then a 0-0 draw against Bristol Rovers. We ended up losing 4-0 to Wickham. Absolutely destroyed. They're fighting for automatic promotion. We then destroyed Wigan, who are in the playoffs. So we went from one extreme to the other. A bit mental, that. Carl Hudlin getting a hat-trick, as he does. Birmingham, we lost 2-1 to. And then a Blackpool draw as well. We just played Lincoln. Keandra Simmons scored in that one. We have changed up the formation slightly in the last few games to kind of try and get something going. So we'll see how that goes. There's not many games left of the season. There's only 10 to go. So this will be one of the last videos of the season. Otherwise, let's jump into things. So tactics, we have changed to a more... It is still very attacking, I'd say. But we've just moved things around a little. So we're sitting 2 at the back because I've been finding that a lot of our centre-halves are getting injured or tired. So we've got a bit more versatility there. I've already worked out what we're going to do in the summer, whether we go up or not. There's a few positions that I need to get some support in. But yeah, 4 at the back. Wing-backs are still going to be bombing forward and providing those crosses in. They're still very, very crucial. But we've got McGavin sitting just in front as a deep-line playmaker. So he'll be just sat there, not moving. Then in front of him, we've got a box-to-box midfielder and a ball-winning midfielder, at the moment, Smith and Elliott, who'll be getting up near the strikers as well as winning that ball in there. So working hard with that on support, so a bit further up the pitch. And then you've got Hudlin, obviously, still as a target forward in there, but advanced forwards either side this time, so that they do drift wide as well when getting the ball. And it means that they'll be looking to break in behind a little more. Along with that, we are aiming for the target forward now. That's why we've got a box-to-box midfielder getting forward alongside the 2 advanced forwards round him. That seems to have worked in the last game to help us get those goals and get the ball up the pitch. But that's kind of where we stand. I have brought Usman up from the under-18s / under-23s, whoever's been playing with, just so we've got an extra player for our midfield now, because we've got the 3 in there. He can play at that deep line playmaker role. He hasn't made an appearance yet, but if we need him, if we get an easy victory, I might bring him on, that sort of thing. Unlikely in today's game, but we've got other players as well. We've got Drea, Hare, Adebayejo, who's been poor, to be honest, in the last few games. Malon as well, who's one of our younger players who's come up to the first team. Owakwe, Whitehall as well, along with that. Few injuries. Rowe, Amol and Hesketh have all been very injured. Obviously, Hesketh wants to go at the end of the season, so that's a shame. And same with McDonald. So there were some forced kind of transfers we're going to have to make, but we'll stick with what we've got on the pitch at the moment for this game. Harry Lewis in goal, Kane Ramsey, O'Connor, Magoma and Harper at the back. McGavin just in front with Smith and Ben Elliott. And then Ben House, Carl Hudlin and Keem Simmons up top. Let's jump into the game. Let's see how things go. Magoma and O'Connor have performed a great partnership at centre-back, so that's part of the reason why I also wanted to kind of have it like that. We might have to look at bringing in a couple of loan signings, which I'm hoping we'll be able to use Chelsea for. If we get promoted, even better. We'll be able to get some better ones, but hopefully that would work. Looks like a free kick straight away leads to a penalty after maybe a push, I think that was. And it was Ben House to step up for this. An early goal could be great. Ben Elliott's ball in led to a foul on an Eastleigh player, and it's a decent penalty. He had to get it in the corner as the keeper guessed right, but there it is. It's his 24th of the season. Eastleigh are 1-0 up against Crewe at home in the first minute of the game following a penalty. Great stuff. All right, so looks like Kane Ramsey's injured. That's not good. He's been doing pretty well for us on that right-hand side. A lower leg injury. We'll bring on Josh Hare. A like-for-like replacement there, really. Josh Hare's maybe even a bit more attacking, to be fair. So I'm happy with that. That's absolutely fine. Shouldn't be too much of a change to the game plan or anything, so nothing too much to worry about there. And hopefully he can slot in just fine. We're doing all right. We've got some big games coming up. We're kind of at the extremes now of the season. We've got a couple of teams in the top 4, and then we've got teams in the bottom 4. So we're going to go game to game with very different competition in those games. But it's something you're going to have to do in a season anyway, so it's not too much of an issue. Harper's ball does try to fire Simmons, but Daniel's there, and they're going to look to break forward now. We are looking to press quite high still. Try and win that ball off them if we can. Johnson got loads of time on the ball, but not really going anywhere. Not sure why Hudlin and Simmons are stood right next to each other, as that's going to give them a bit more space to work things, but that's fine. It is one thing to note is that Hudlin does drop naturally slightly deeper because he's a target forward, so he's going to want to receive that ball. But a long ball like that we're going to deal with every day of the week. Magoma getting that down and looking to bring it forward. Looks up high and long to Ben House, who's going to get down that right-hand side. Can he look to get a ball into the box now? He does look like he's worked a yard, but the ball's ricocheted back to Smith. Hudlin's header, and he just heads wide. That was a good chance for him. We're looking good though. 5 shots, 3 on target so far in the game. Looking the better of the two teams, I'd definitely say. Playing from home obviously helps, but I think the formation, having those 3 in the midfield, certainly has shored things up a little bit. Having 2 in there, kind of, I think it's because we stepped up a level. The midfielders have got better. So we're going to have to pack it out a little bit more. But having those 3 strikers up top, I think, still causes defence absolute massive issues, especially considering when teams play 2 or 3, to be fair, because often if you play 3, you're expecting to have at least one man advantage at the back, but having 3 up there, it means that they're going to have to be pushed back. A Hare's ball in, finds Hudlin at the back post, shot by Simmons, it's blocked. Hudlin shoots again, but it comes across and hits Simmons, it looked like, going in for the second goal of the game. It was a bit of a messy one, not the most beautiful, but they all count. And it does go in. Simmons getting another goal, which is a second goal in 2 games, which is good to see. McGavin's ball back, Hare with the ball across. Hudlin's ball back down to Simmons, initially blocked. Then Hudlin got 2 swipes at it, where he managed to fire it across. And it looks like Simmons did put a foot out to just poke it home, giving us a 2-0 lead. I mean, they look nowhere near on the XG charts. I don't know what's going on with it. It seems a bit broken, but we'll take that. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind it being broken. As long as we're winning, that is absolutely fine. Looks like they have got a free kick, though, just before half-time, which could cause us some trouble. I hope not, as it would be nice to go in with a 2-goal lead. McCurdy with the shot. It hits the crossbar. It didn't look like Harry Lewis was anywhere near it. A ball comes across again. A header, this time Long heads over the bar and doesn't trouble Lewis. But it is half-time. We've got a 2-0 lead. We're looking pretty good. Our midfield's looking a little shaky in there. Nothing too great with the ratings, but we look pretty confident otherwise with XG. It does sometimes seem like we miss out the midfield a little bit with how we play because we go down wide. But I think that's okay. I don't think it's too much of an issue because they're not necessarily in there to be played through. They're ball winning and box to box, so they're there to pick up the pieces and win that ball back. And then you've got the deep line playmaker to sit deeper, get the ball and spray it where needed. 10 minutes into the second half, nothing's happened, but still looking pretty comfortable for us. They have had 10 shots, just like none of them on target. Well, one. And our XG is looking fantastic. 2.98. We should be getting a third goal by the looks of things. We're looking very high up the pitch. You can see here, it is kind of a 2-1-4-3 formation, with him dropping slightly deeper, that defensive midfielder, which I do like. I like it being the wing-backs being higher up with those central midfielders. Really squeeze them up the pitch, and having those three strikers definitely helps. Ben House, though, being injured is not good. Potential lower leg injury. No, thank you. Let's bring on Victor Adebayo. He definitely works better as an advanced forward than Danny Whitehall would. So he'll be coming on that right side. Hopefully he can just slot in, again, just like Hare, and not cause too much trouble with that. 15 minutes to go. I think, do I make a change, or are we just going to get a third injury? It wouldn't surprise me if I made the change and then we got a third injury. But I think we're solid enough that we're allowed to get a third injury, if that makes sense. Tariq, we will bring on for Vincent Harper, who's looking a bit jaded, so we'll get him on at left back. Hasn't had the best games, but he's done enough to keep us in it at 2-0, which is absolutely fine by me. A 3xG, yes please. If we can get a goal, that would be lovely to take home to the family, which is a short ride. Smith's ball back to Hudlin, who does head over. If he was slightly better at heading, he would get so many goals. Please do not nerf headers and stuff. This might be coming out after a patch, to be quite honest, because I have recorded like a week in advance. So a patch might come out, and then after this, you'll just see absolute plummet in performance because they've nerfed it out and heading's no good anymore. But they're through. Onyeka shoots, but Lewis matches it, and he does palm that away for a corner. Only a couple minutes left though. We should hopefully be able to hold out here. We've got some good height in the box, so we should be able to deal with it. We don't know, and Daniels' header does hit towards goal, where Lewis does have to palm over once again for another corner. McCurdy this time taking it from this side. Ball comes in. It is headed clear. Hudlin doing the deed this time. There's going to be 4 minutes injury time, and they are pummeling our goal at this point. They are absolutely not letting off. McCurdy's ball in, finds Daniels at the back post, finds Richardson after heading it across, and it's 2-1. Now, what do we do? I don't know what to do. Do we go cautious just because we need to shore things up? Do I shout? Calm down, encourage, focus, fire up, no pressure, demand more, praise, berate. Let's say focus. Focus, boys. That's what we want. A ball over the top to Simmons, though, straight from kickoff. Does this mean we could get a goal here? Plays back to Awakwe. Can he get a cross in? He does find a cross. It's gone to the back post. Adebayo. Simmons is there to tuck it away. We've got our 2-goal lead again straight away. A lovely ball in. Adebayo with the header initially. Gets the ball back across, and Simmons is there just to tap it home at the back post. That's the joy of having 3 players in there. If the ball's going wide, there's a chance that a striker is there to head it home. It does take Hudlin a little time to get back, but having the full-backs there does allow the strikers to lay it off. That then comes in, and they can fill the box with the players. Fantastic stuff, and you saw there as well, Ben Elliott was on the edge of the box as the box-to-box midfielder. All working very nicely so far. We'll see. You have to see how it goes. Going on to the latter stages, the last 10 games of the season. But there you go. That is a 3-1 win against Crew. Simmons with 2, Adebayo with an assist as well, along with Ben House getting a goal, and Hudlin with the assist. So, not bad, I have to say. Very, very positive against a team who's obviously fighting for the playoffs. We've got 6 points on Coventry and Crew now, which gives us a good bit of comfort in that leeway. Would be nice if we could fly up the league table a little bit more. I'm not sure we will, as long as we get in the playoffs. I mean, I'd be very, very happy, and I think the board would be as well. 3 to 4 weeks for Ben House, not good at all. So he's going to miss a lot of games, and 2 to 5 for Kane Ramsey again, not helpful. Let's say that. We're going to have to rest some players. I've been having to do this quite a lot, actually, highlighting them all and just going rest. Don't train. Just go home, put your feet up. 2 days, we'll say. I don't actually know when the next game is. Next game is in 3 days. So, yeah, would be good if you did rest up. But there's been, I mean, especially February, I think I'm going to put it down to that. The kind of poor form as well wasn't helped by the kind of injuries and stuff we had. But yeah, there you go. They look all right. Burton, I reckon we can have them. I don't even know where they are in the league. 20th, it says right there. I don't know why I had to click on them. But there you go. Let me know how you think we're going to do. Do you think we're going to be able to squeeze in the playoffs? I think we will now. I'm feeling a bit more confident now we've got that 6-point gap. But let me know, and then let me know how you think we'd get on in the playoffs. We've had some good performances against teams in there, so you never know. And of course, it is the playoffs. It's football. You never know what's going to happen. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff, which I constantly am forgetting to let you know at the beginning of the episodes. But there you go. And I will see you in the next one.